Welcome back, everyone. Showcasing a fun little game called Vampire Survivors. Cheap game on Steam, under $5. Currently in early access, but it's a great game. This game is a roguelike, Muso, bullet hell, Souls-like, 8-bit retro kind of game. It's a lot to take in, but I can assure you it's a very fun game. It is in early access, so it's not quite a fully fleshed out game, but for what it is, for the price point, very, very good. Like any roguelike, you're going to get gold, which you can accumulate per run, and then you can use it to either unlock upgrades which make your character stronger, move faster, recover more health, all that fun jazz, or you can use it to unlock multiple characters in the game. When you first start off, you're only going to get access to the first character, but that's okay. Each character has their own individual starting weapon, so do with that information with you will, but as you play the game, you're going to unlock new weapons, so don't worry. Even if you start off with, for example, the whip in the beginning, you can get access to the wand, the garlic, and the bone later on. I will say some, quote unquote, some weapons are character specific. For example, the bone is to this character only, but all these other items right here to these characters you can unlock via the game. Each character has their own individual skill. For example, Antonio gets 10% more damage every 10 levels, and Imelda gets 10% more EXP every 5 levels, and it is capped out. When you first start the game, you're going to get access to one map in the beginning, but you can get access to other maps as you play the game more. Let's start off with Madforce and hop right into it. So when you first start off the game mechanics are very simple. All you need to do is use your WASD button or your arrow buttons to move around the map. The game actually auto plays itself in the sense that your attacks come out automatically. All you need to do is avoid getting hit. What happened is those blue drops that drop from the enemies is experience, which fills up this blue bar. Once you level up, you get access to either new skills or upgrade current existing skills. So let's get Rune Tracer, which basically passes through enemies and bounces around. As you can see now, I will get access to a new skill. As you can see, these are weapons that will bounce around. All I need to do is avoid the monsters, which is like the bullet hell style of the game, which is, you know, the monsters are the bullet hell. And all I need to do is move around and collect the XP. There are breakables in the game, so if I move over to these like little torches, they will drop things. For example, this coin right here gives me 2 coins, and this one gives me about 15 coins. If I touch the enemies, I will take damage, and if my health bar reaches to 0, I will die. As you can see right now, there is a timer up here, 54 seconds. The game, or quote unquote, the game ends when you reach 30 minutes, so you do quote unquote beat the game when you reach 30 minutes. As you can see right here, once we leveled up, we get access to either a new skills, or I can upgrade my current existing skill. So let's just do a new skill and showcase another thing, the lightning ring. The lightning ring is very simple. It calls down lightning from the sky, which is very, very nice, but I will say there is a cooldown, so do with that with who you will. There is a little boss monster right here, the Shining Bat. Basically, it's just a stronger version of these basic mobs, which is fine. But these little guys will either drop a lot of EXP or a chest. So let's kill this dude and see what happens. So now, very interesting things. We have augments. So on the top row, we have the whip, the Rune Tracer, and the lightning. And these little squares represent its maximum level, so this can be upgraded up to 8 times, 8 times, and 8 times. These are augments, so let's go with duplicate because that seems very strong. Weapon fires more projectiles, and as you can see right here, there's a second row. So the top row is all your active stuff, so like active skills, either offensive or defensive skills that has a cooldown. The bottom row are basically augments. These are skills that basically make your characters do more damage, move faster, heal more over a second, all that fun jazz. What's really cool about this game is that there are certain combinations of augments to skills that will unlock new weapons. So for example, the whip paired with a certain augment will give you a different whip once it's fully maxed out. Let's go with the Hollow Heart, which basically makes it so I get more health. As you can see right here, I've taken damage, but there were destructibles. The destructibles give you certain power-ups and cash. Typically, you're either gonna get a mix of either health, power-ups that make the game easier for you, or, oh god, amongst a plethora of other things, very useful one-time use items. As you can see right now, we're at the 2-minute mark, and as you can see, there are time-based events that trigger at a certain point. As you can see, at around the 2-minute mark, we're gonna get big mobs of bats flying at you. Now we can either get a new skill, the cross, or make it so like our weapons attack more. I like the duplicator, but let's showcase the cross. Cross is very simple. It's a boomerang that flies out of the map and just hits everything. Very cool. We are trying to collect as much EXP as we can and also move around the map and do things. As you can see, I collected an item that does time stop, which basically stops the mob from doing things for like a short period of time. Let's do duplicator again. So we hit more stuff, or we fire more projectiles, which is very, very nice. Let's keep walking. Let's keep moving. And as you can see right here, there is terrain, impassable terrain. Impassable terrain is interesting because you yourself cannot move through it, and the enemies can move through it, but it depends on the mob. For example, the bats can move through the trees, but as you can see, there are going to be skeletons. The skeletons can squeeze through, but depending on the terrain, there are certain terrains where the enemy also cannot move through. Let's just keep moving around and try to collect as much EXP as we can. Let's upgrade the whip because it fires an extra projectile, which is very nice. Then we also have the bat right here. Let's try to kill this bat because this is a stronger mob, and with the stronger mob, it does give us access to a box, hopefully. All right, there we go, a box. What the box does is that it'll give you a treasure chest, which you can open. Once you open the treasure chest, it'll give you a random amount of gold, and what it will do is it will give you a guaranteed upgrade to a skill that you already have. So right now it gave me the cross, so it upgraded it from level 1 to level 2. These boxes will also give you the chance to unlock a stronger version of your weapon if you have the pre-existing condition of the augment that you need. Certain augments pair up with a weapon to make it a stronger weapon, but you have to have the correct augment. So sometimes in multiple playthroughs, you will find that certain augments will make a new weapon for you, but sometimes the combination might not be perfect, which basically means that you're gonna have to play around to figure out which augments to skills give you a new weapon. So pretty cool little Easter egg for you to find. I'm not going to spoil what augments to what skill gives you the nice little upgraded weapon, because that's part of the fun in the game. Let's get knife. Knife basically makes it so like I can throw knives around. Obviously, as we keep playing through the game, we're trying to survive up until 30 minutes, and all we're doing is we're just going to dodge and collect EXP. You want to be able to collect as much EXP as possible because the game progresses linearly based off of time. So once a certain time threshold is met, the game's gonna throw stuff at you, and you're either gonna be ready or not. Let's go with lightning wing again. This basically means it fires one more projectile. Very cool. Now let's see, if I stand in the pond, can the monsters come across? Let's see, and it looks like, all right, it looks like the mobs can pass through the pond, but I cannot pass through the pond. Very interesting. So let's keep moving through the game. I think we're about 5-minute mark, so I believe something's gonna happen pretty soon. Let's go clock lance it. Clock lance it basically means that every so often I'm gonna be able to freeze the enemies. As you can see here, enemies frozen, and it moves like a clock. If I stand here, it's gonna shoot in a clock rotation, and all it does is it will freeze enemies hit in a line in the area of clock. Pretty cool for giving you space. As you can see, 5-minute hits, and now we have a time triggered event, a wall of flowers surrounding you, and a praying mantis right there. Obviously, if we can kill a praying mantis, I believe it's going to drop a chest, and if it drops, yes, it drops a chest, we can pick it up, and we can open the chest. Obviously, the animation for this is a little bit long sometimes. If you get bored of it, just right-click your mouse, and you can instantly skip the animation. A very nice little detail. And let's keep moving around, and as you can see, the flowers, I can just like walk through it, and I will take some damage, but not a big deal. So let's get myself killed and move into another map and showcase one more thing before we're done. As you can see, we've died, game's over, but we get 200 gold. We can use the gold if we want to upgrade these little fun power-ups here if you want to. I will say, depending on how you play, you can be like me, spend most of your gold on making it so you can get more gold in the game, and then that way you can unlock your power-ups faster. I will say, if you want to be greedy, quote unquote, try to get a mount. A mount basically makes it so that your projectiles do an extra projectile, which is very useful, but it is very expensive. It's about like 9,000 gold. Let's do one more character, and let's use Poe. He starts off with the garlic, and let's go into Inlaid Library, and let's go hyper. And basically hyper mode is once you finished off the map, you get access to a harder version of the map, but it does give you more gold and extra luck, and luck basically means you're going to get better augments, or the chest that does drop, you will potentially, instead of getting 1 upgrade, you get the chance of getting 3 to 5 upgrades. So let's pop into the game and let's start. As you can see right here, whoa baby, I already took a ton of damage, leveled up very quickly. Let's get the axe. As you can see right here, garlic, fun little ability. You get a little nice power up, one-time use, basically allows me to burn through everything. Let's get the fire wand, which basically spits fire, but with a big delay, but very strong. Alright, hit this. As you can see right now, all these mobs are weak, so they will die to my garlic augment. Pretty useful for early game, but I will say this augment does fall off because enemies will have more health and eventually they won't get knocked back further. Let's go with Clover, get luckier. Let's hit these guys, hit these things, and let's go down, go down. And we move around. As you can see, the map's a little bit different here, but instead of the full 360 roguelike style, you get a left-right path only. Depending on what you prefer, you can either prefer the full open scope, or you can pick a map like this, which is basically only left and right where mobs come from. Let's go with upgrading garlic, so make our garlic stronger. Garlic does a little bit more damage, but also a slightly bigger radius. As you can see right here, let's break the candle. By breaking the candle, we get access to some items. That gave me some gold, and this gave me like 15 gold. Very nice. Let's do cross again. As you can see, you get either the options between 3 to 4 upgrades, and the luckier you are, sometimes it'll give you a 4th upgrade. Let's break all that. Oh, can I break this? Oh, maybe I can't break that. Interesting. Oh, strange. Alright, let's keep going. Let's get axe, fires more projectile. Very nice. You can see the game, very, very addicting. All you have to do is just use your WASD, move around, dodge enemies, then potentially not dodge enemies. As you can see, there are a plethora of skills that you can do. Attract the orb makes it so like instead of having to walk closer to your gems, you can collect it from slightly further away. Very nice, very useful utility. Let's see if I can try to showcase a little bit more. Oh, also this game, potentially, you could do stuff like this. You can literally, if you get to a certain point, you could stand and not do anything, and the game can play itself out. Usually I try to move around so that way I can find more chandeliers or breakable items, so that we can find like power-ups, which is very useful. And like for example, these chandeliers, it breaks. But the interesting is you can go backwards too. If you go backwards, the chandeliers can respawn. So let's go the other way from the path where I did come and see if I can find a chandelier to break. So you can go left and right. As you can see, the EXP that dropped from before still stays here. As you can see, chandeliers are back up. Boom, can break it. So this is a roguelike. It does automatically regenerate things, so you don't have to worry about not finding things. Very nice. Power up again. Fire breathing jutsu. Bring down the house. And let's keep going. Let's keep going. Very nice. And let's see if I can get myself killed one more time. As you can see, garlic, very, very strong early game. Allows you to farm up EXP really quickly because all the mobs die in one hit. But as you can see right here, boss mob can still murder me. Once again, this game, very, very fun. But I will say, this game is in early access, and it is can get repetitive and very grindy. But I will say there is a lot of value for a $5 or for under $5 game. I personally really enjoy it, and I think there's a lot of potential with this game. Obviously, new game, hard to say what direction this game will go, but what I can say is I'm looking very much to new updates for this game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys until next time. Also, like and subscribe for more. Make sure you guys leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know if what you guys else need to show you guys. All right, see you guys later. Bye now.